I just want to tell a really quick story. So I went to the hardware store to buy some wiring for a light switch. And it took a while, but there was this gentleman that came back to help me. And he knew about electrical stuff, but he didn't really know about electrical stuff, which I thought was kind of a funny thing. So anyway, long story short, this is really cool. It goes to show how sometimes if we take the time just to listen and kind of engage in small talk, even though it's something I'm not really always great at, I try because I'm always blown away by what I end up finding out about people. And this was a gentleman who was working part-time at the store, but was also about to retire in 2 years, which, you know, his retirement age is kind of nuts. He was going to retire, I believe he said, at 68. Now, I understand, you know, that's quite a bit higher, but there's a reason for it. You see, he was somebody who did drafting. And when we got to talking, I told him, you know, when I was in high school, I was really big into that. And it was back when I was still at Knob Noster, Missouri High School, and I really got into wanting to do drafting and that sort of stuff. But then after I went and got into college, then I really wanted to, you know, yes, I jumped around with other things that I was looking at, from theater to other stuff. But the allure of working with computers and that sort of thing brought me back in. And that was right about the same time that computers were really hitting, you know, desktop publishing, graphic design, all that sort of stuff was happening. And so we kind of hit it off on that. It was very cool because he was telling me about how when he started, there was just, you know, it was all, you know, hand-drawn T-squares, triangles, big desks. And he's like, now, of course, everything's done on the computer, and we're entering the realm of you know, working in virtual reality and stuff. And I thought, this man had to have worked for 45 years, which is astounding to find anyone that's doing a job like that. That is just phenomenal. I don't personally know anyone that's been in any one career for that long. And it was really crazy because he kind of, you know, like you started exchanging, like, you know, what your work histories were and stuff like that. And it was really fun. He had actually gotten some knowledge of working with electrical stuff when he worked for Sears for 13 years. And then he got this job doing drafting, fell in love with it and worked there. And then he wanted something he could ease into after he retired, so he just decided, I'm going to go ahead and work at a hardware store. And when he did that, he was really enjoying it and learning more things and everything. And he was the first person of his age group that I've ever run across that wasn't over celebratory and looking forward to retiring. In fact, to the contrary, he was just freaking happy to be able to work, move, and do things. And I found it very inspirational. And I think I needed that. I think I needed that conversation on this very freaking rainy day that, you know, a lot of stuff didn't seem like it was going too well today for me, but that was definitely a bright spot. So I don't know what the point of this video was, aside from I wanted to share a very cool moment with an older gentleman who just had a fascinating bunch of stuff to talk about with drafting and his career. And I will probably never see this guy again, but, you know, still very cool.